Character is revealed when pressure is applied. So whoever you are, whatever you're all about, as soon as an obstacle gets in the way, as soon as adversity comes in, your character will be revealed. And you got to ask yourself, do you even like that person? Do you like those traits? Are you actually who you want to be? So if you're not, if the answer to any of those questions are no, then you got to start making some changes. And most people, they will honestly stay the same way because they are complacent, they are comfortable that way, they know how they can avoid situations, they know how they can procrastinate on decisions, and that is their character. That is exactly who they are. So whenever opportunities don't come up for them, they're always wondering, why does this not happen for me? But when you look at yourself, you don't have any kind of decision-making skills. You actually aren't the kind of person that's a go-getter. You procrastinate on everything. You take the easy route. Those are all your characteristics. So why do you think that you deserve more when you are actually giving less? If you're constantly giving less into the world, you're never going to get more. You don't deserve more. So going around thinking that you do, you're kidding. Most of the time, if you literally just spent more time on your character, building the traits, having more resilience, having more strength, being the kind of person that's willing to lead, being the kind of person that doesn't take everything personal, understanding how to control your emotions, all of these are traits that can give you the opportunities that you want. What you have to do is you have to kind of reevaluate what you're all about. And all the things that are not serving you, you got to try and replace them with things that will serve you and will serve others. When you do that, you're probably going to see that opportunities are going to come up for you. People are going to rely on you. But if you are the person that isn't reliable, you're not dependable, you don't actually do things on time, you're constantly in a rush, you're chaotic, then guess what? That's your character. You're going to be known as that person. That's a chaotic person. You're an unreliable person. You're kind of weak sometimes, and you really don't show up when you're meant to show up. You're not very disciplined. You're not consistent, and you are always the same. Imagine someone saying that about you. How would you feel if someone said all of those things about you? You probably would not like it. You probably would be like, I don't want to be that. So ask yourself, what do you want to be? What does that person look like? How do they sound? How do they dress? How do they present themselves? All of these should matter to you. And if you are that person who is, maybe you have lack integrity, maybe start being honest. First, start being honest with yourself, then start being honest with others, being more transparent. Like actually tell people what's going on for you. Actually make an effort. Don't try and hide behind bullshit excuses thinking that people aren't going to call you out, because you're going to get called out. And when you do, rather than getting defensive, just own it. Just take some ownership, because that's a characteristic trait. So if you are the type of person who's willing to be honest, who's willing to take ownership, who's willing to be strong, who's willing to actually be consistent and disciplined and be all the things that they know that they should be, then you're going to have a better life. You're going to see more opportunities present themselves. If you're nothing of that, then don't expect anything to come your way. And most people will not want to work with you. If you are any of those other things, if you are anything negative, people don't want to be around you. They don't want you to work for them. They don't want to be your friend. Like, have a look at it. Look around you. The reason why you have what you have is purely because of what you're giving out into this world. If you're giving a lot, you're probably going to get a lot too. If you're giving less, then you're going to get less, and you can't expect more because your character doesn't even deserve more. You don't actually live a good life. You aren't living a good life in yourself. Therefore, you're probably not living good for anyone else around you. You have to start stepping up your game. And how do you do that? You start showing up as the person you want to be. You start showing up with all of those characteristic traits that you start working on and fine-tuning, and you actually try to create that craft for yourself and for everyone. And as you mold that, as you get better at it all the time, yes, you'll make mistakes, but as you're continuing to progress yourself, you're probably going to see changes around you. And that is exactly how most people need to be living. Instead, what they do is they sit down and they wait for things to come to them. And then they get mad when nothing comes their way. Well, guess what? You don't deserve it, and you probably never will deserve it, and you deserve exactly what you have. So if you have less, then good, expect less. If you don't have it yet, to then keep working, because it will come your way. And that's what most people just quit too soon. And that's what makes you a quitter. So rather than being a quitter, just be that person that keeps going. Be that person that doesn't quit, that continues to try. Even when they fall, even when things don't go right, just be that person. That person is a strong person that doesn't just quit easily. They don't go down easily either. And if you want to be that, then start doing it today. And once you do it, stack it and do it again tomorrow. And then the day after that and the next week, and keep doing it. And over time, you're going to start to see a change, feel a change, and also be a change.